Feroz Khan is going to be in the news for a while yet, and while we wait for him to recover, the news keeps trickling in. And as it arrives, I work through it and decide what is important enough to make an update video. I suppose we can call this video 3 in the Shooting of Feroz Khan series. If you would like to see the previous videos, the links are in the description. Today I have quite a bit, so just keep doing what you are doing and listen to this. The comment section is where I read all your thoughts and theories, and they help me find valuable new information, so keep those comments coming. Thank you to every subscriber who supports this channel. It is always appreciated. And if you are new here, I'm Riaan Roux, and this is the Riaan Roux Show. Yesterday, on Wednesday, the day Feroz Khan was scheduled to testify, his advocates appeared before the Madlanga Commission without him. They told the commission that he is unconscious and sedated, with tubes in his mouth and abdomen. They submitted his J88 medical report, the formal document South African courts use to record injuries. They went further and invited the commissioners to visit the hospital and see his condition for themselves.
There is a request by the family members that I invite, given what is being said in the media and in the social media, and the concerns raised by the police, there's allegations that this is a contrived shooting, etc., and that General Khan is in fact lying relaxed in hospital eating jelly, that we invite the commission, the chairperson and or the further commissioners to have access to him in hospital and to speak to his medical attendants and verify and satisfy yourself that he is in fact in an extremely critical situation as set out in the J88.
The wound is real. The J88 settles that. But here is what a J88 does and does not do. The J88 records the injury a doctor examined. It says nothing about the circumstances that produced it. A staged shooting can produce a genuine wound. The medical question and the circumstances question are two separate questions, and only one of them has been answered. The headlines say the commission rejected Khan's application to testify behind closed doors. The precise truth matters here because it changes what happens next. Justice Madlanga did not formally dismiss the application. He signaled that it was going to fail, and Khan's legal team withdrew it before he could rule. Madlanga said, and I quote, "The application is vague. I have no idea whether what Khan is asking is only for evidence relating to the Eriton bust to be aired publicly and nothing more."
Nothing stops us from dismissing the application outright on the basis, for example, of vagueness. And I must tell you outright that I feel that the application is very vague. For example, I have no idea altogether whether what General Khan is asking for is only for evidence relating to the Eriton bust to be aired publicly. So I don't know whether that is what he is saying. All that can be heard publicly is Eriton and nothing more. If that is the case, the affidavit does not explain why everything else is out of bounds in terms of being aired publicly. There's nothing there altogether.
Here is why the difference between a dismissal and a withdrawal matters. A dismissal creates a ruling that Khan's lawyers would have to argue against later. A withdrawal leaves the door open, so they can file a new, more detailed application at any time. And Madlanga's critique actually handed them the instructions. He told them exactly what the application lacked, which evidence needs protection, and why, item by item. There is just one problem. The new application needs a supplementary affidavit from Khan, and Khan is unconscious. So the commission is now in a legal deadlock nobody designed for. It cannot perfect the application without Khan's instructions. It cannot compel an unconscious man to give them. and its final report deadline of 31 August 2026 keeps counting down, regardless. Now I want to deal with the leak theory, because Wednesday's hearing changed it in a way that most of the coverage had missed. Justice Madlanga asked Khan's advocate a pointed question. What time were Khan's court papers served on the commission on Sunday night?
At what time did General Khan serve his papers on the commission? It was Sunday night, was it not?
That's correct.
At what time?
My attorney is checking right now.
It is at 4 minutes past 11 on Sunday night, Chair.
4 minutes past 11, yes. And at what time is General Khan supposed to have been shot?
If I may. We do not say with certainty, but it appears to be approximately 11:30.
11:30.
That is a window of roughly 26 minutes, and that window matters enormously for the theory that a leak from the commission triggered the shooting. Nobody receives a document at 11:04 p.m., identifies a target, deploys 2 gunmen, and executes an ambush by 11:30 p.m. The logistics do not work. So if the information leaked, it leaked earlier. Someone knew the papers were coming before they arrived, or someone knew Khan's movements independently of the documents entirely. So the simple version of the leak theory, where Sunday night's filing caused Sunday night's shooting, died in that hearing room on Wednesday.
Something posted by Mr. Pule Lichwidi Jones of ENCA on X. I assume that a tweet is still a tweet, it's not an X, even though the platform is now X. And it says, at ENCA, and then arrived on the scene around 23:18. The incident happened just after 2300 hours, we are told.
Madlanga also had sharp words for Khan's legal team about the leak allegation itself. He warned them,
if you are ever to make media briefings again, be careful of what you say and don't say anything that may tend to impugn the integrity of this commission. You should be very careful about that.
I note what you said.
Advocate Zabir Khan then made an admission that deserves more attention than it received. He said his public statements about a potential leak were speculation based on impressions he obtained from the family.
At this point, it is speculative. And the speculation that I receive is from the information from the family expressing their concerns that morning in respect of a man that is shot, that is in ICU, and that is being rumored to be losing his life.
That is a significant climb down from the advocate who stood in front of cameras on Monday and implied the commission had been compromised. The concern itself may still be valid. The PKTT will determine that. But the man who raised it publicly has now conceded he had no evidence for it. Buried in Wednesday's proceedings was the most consequential development of the day, and almost no outlet has led with it. Khan's legal team told the Commission they have concerns about the authenticity of the WhatsApp messages and bank statements handed to them for his testimony. They said they needed significantly more time to verify the documents.
There are considerations such as the authenticity of the messages, whether they are altered, we don't know, whether the chain of command has been retained, we don't know. We've invited access, and these are all the events before Sunday night. We've invited supervised access to the devices. That has not been forthcoming. So we have considerations, and my attorney's done a calculation surprisingly, that if we were to spend 10 seconds reading each WhatsApp message, it'll take us about 200 days to get through all of them.
Understand what those messages are. They are the foundation of the Commission's case involving Khan. The exchanges with Julius Malema, the exchanges with Mohammed Sayed of Connilinks, around 300,000 WhatsApp messages and 11,000 pages of financial records delivered to Khan's team the weekend before he was due to testify. His lawyers stopped short of calling the messages fake. Their claim is that they have been unable to verify the messages are real. Those are different claims. But the second one is enough to create a serious problem. Because here is a sequence the Commission is now walking into. It leads the WhatsApp evidence on Friday in public, while Khan is unconscious. Khan recovers. His team then formally disputes the authenticity of messages the Commission has already placed on the public record as fact. A Commission racing a deadline does not have time to unring that bell. Whatever goes into the record on Friday stays there, contested or otherwise. The Commission's evidence leaders said that they are ready to proceed with Khan's evidence on Friday, whether he is present or not.
How do you intend to proceed on Friday in the absence of General Khan? So if you can just address that.
Sure. Thank you,
Not so
Commissioner
much
Kumar.
the content of...
It's not without precedent. We would follow the same kind of approach that was followed when a previous witness, Mr. Van Wyk, was unable to be present. And the evidence is led. And that does not mean that the witness, in this case General Khan, wouldn't have an opportunity to respond. In due course, he would have an opportunity to respond.
So in summary, the evidence leaders intend to present that evidence to the Commission, and if General Khan at any point should come back, he can respond to that.
That is correct.
They can do this. The Commission holds the Nyatlo affidavit and the full court record from Khan's fail interdicts. It also holds the extracted device data. A witness does not need to be in the room for his evidence to be led. But think through what this does to the staged shooting theory, because it cuts hard against it. If Khan staged the shooting to avoid testifying, it has bought him nothing. The Commission is leading his evidence anyway. The allegations enter the public record with nobody there to answer them. A staged shooting would have to be the worst legal strategy available to a man with 5 advocates. Delay is the only thing his absence achieves. And delay only has value if something changes before the 31 August deadline. That is worth keeping in mind as this unfolds. Now here is the second half of this story, because the Commission was never the first institution that tried to question Feroz Khan. Parliament was. And Parliament never got him into a chair either. On Tuesday, MK Party MP Vusi Shongwe testified before the Commission.
My name is Vusi Shongwe.
He served as an alternate member on Parliament's Ad Hoc Committee investigating the police corruption allegations raised by Lieutenant General Nyatlo Mkhwanazi. Shongwe said it was difficult to get Khan called as a witness because of resistance inside the committee. And he named the resistance. He said,
The only thing is that on that day, Honorable Malema was the most vocal in not getting General Khan to come there.
Shongwe went further. He said Khan and his close associates offered him 10 million rand in cash, a 2 million rand tender, and a BMW to stop asking questions about Khan during the parliamentary inquiry.
While we're still conversing, Yusuf turned the phone to face himself and asked, "Where in Sentin?" General Khan responded, "In the apartment." Yusuf then ended the call and continued speaking to me, remaining close to me. He said, "Stop this. You are our brother and we can really take care of you. There is a security tender at Checkers worth 2.2 million every month and we can give it to you." I replied that I do not operate in that manner. He insisted that he could arrange 10 bar in cash for me, and I said it was fine, that we can talk up on Friday. 10 bar, we can get you 10 bar, we can arrange it. In that, the thing is, I forgot to write it here. In that statement, this is where he even promised me there were 3 BMW cars that were window tinted and bulletproof. He then promised me, would we even give you this car?
Where were those? Where were
in
those?
the yard, parked next to my bike.
In the yard, okay.
Yes, in the yard.
He pointed at them?
Pointed at them. Even when we went out as well, he was walking me out on the window. He said, you see, all these cars are safe. I was no longer interested in listening, but my focus was leaving. This is a plot to get me to take cash or get myself implicated in whatever they want to implicate me, or find a way to control me so that I can keep quiet in probing Khan.
The EFF have rejected the claim about Malema. EFF MP Riaan asked how one member of a party could influence an entire committee of 10 and said decisions were taken collectively.
We wanted to bring it to the attention of the committee. Yesterday, one of our committee members, Honorable, how's my head just leaving me, Shongwe, appeared before the commission. And he made statements in the commission, but it made statements to the commission, or he's given testimony under oath, that a decision to not bring a particular witness here, in particular Major General Khan, to the committee was based on Honorable Malema, the EFF in particular, one member. And decisions are not processed like that. So when we go and we put such information out in public.
The DA's Glynis Breitenbach agreed on the procedure, saying no individual decision was taken. Now I want to apply the same standard to both sides here, because that is the only honest way to handle this. Let's start with Shongwe. He's an MK Party MP. The MK Party and the EFF are direct political rivals. His testimony damages Malema at a moment when Khan cannot respond to anything. You should hold that context in mind when weighing his evidence, and so will the Commission. Now the EFF's defense. Matthys is procedurally correct. Committees decide collectively. But listen carefully to what Shongwe actually said. He said Malema was the most vocal opponent of calling Khan. He did not say Malema single-handedly blocked it. The EFF has rebutted a stronger claim than the one Shongwe made. That is a deflection technique, and it leaves the actual question untouched. Did Malema oppose calling Khan? And if so, why? And notice what both parties are doing. The EFF and the DA are defending how the committee decided. Neither has explained what the committee decided or why. The most senior crime intelligence officer implicated in the Mkhwanazi allegations was never called by the committee set up to investigate those exact allegations. That decision has still not been explained by anyone. If Shongwe's claim stood alone, you could file it under political rivalry and move on. It does not stand alone. And this is where the Commission's own investigator changes the picture. The Nyatlo affidavit released publicly by the Commission after Khan abandoned his court challenges describes an operational relationship between Khan and Malema that ran through the businessman Mohammed Sayed. According to the affidavit, Khan sent Sayed a list of questions in June 2021 that were intended for the EFF to ask the Inspector General of Intelligence in Parliament. The next day, Sayed forwarded messages to Khan saying, and I quote, "Juju sent me now," containing formal parliamentary questions to the Minister of Police and the Inspector General. Consider what that alleges. A crime intelligence officer writing parliamentary questions, a member of Parliament asking them, Parliament's oversight machinery allegedly being operated from inside the police service. It exists to oversee. The affidavit also says Khan supplied Malema with the name and private home address of Anush Ruplal, the curator and main complainant in the VBS Mutual Bank matter. A prosecution witness's home address, allegedly handed by a police general to a politician, with an interest in that case. These allegations are untested. Khan has not answered them because Khan has never answered anything. But they are why the parliamentary protection question cannot be dismissed as MK party mischief. If the relationship ran in one direction, with Khan servicing Malema's parliamentary work, the question of whether it ran in the other direction, with Malema protecting Khan from parliamentary scrutiny, is not a conspiracy theory. It is the obvious next question. Step back now and look at the full record, because this is the part that no single news report will show you. Parliament's Ad Hoc Committee investigated the Mkonazi allegations for months, and Khan was never called. He then fought the Madlanga Commission in court to keep his devices sealed and his testimony delayed. Challenges he only abandoned just before his scheduled appearance. 48 hours before he was due in the chair, he was shot. His in-camera application is withdrawn and cannot be refiled while he is unconscious. His evidence will be led on Friday with nobody there to answer for it, and the commission that finally cornered him has 8 weeks left to finish its work. Whether you believe that the shooting was a hit or a performance, the outcome is identical either way. Feroz Khan has still never answered a question in public. Every institution that tried has been outlasted or interrupted. South Africa gave a parliamentary committee and then a full judicial commission of inquiry the job of asking Feroz Khan hard questions, with the courts backing both. All of them have now failed to get one man into a witness chair. At some point, the failure stops belonging to the man and starts belonging to the system that was built to reach him. Feroz, get well soon. The Commission wants to talk to you.
The Commission wishes General Khan a speedy recovery.
Do share this video with someone that you think needs to hear this story. And if you have subscribed, thank you. It really does help the channel. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and I will catch you in the next one.